Hi, today I'll show you about this product. It's the SD loader for Sega Saturn. It does enable you to pick up your saved games on battery on the SD card. So this thing has two models. The one is this one, which is the controller port, and the SD reader, this board. And it also arrives with a burned CD. So your Saturn needs to be unlocked to read burned CD, like this. Or you can use Pseudo Saturn KAI to read the CD on blocked Saturns. Alternatively, you can read the program here, also in SAROO. You just copy the binary into the SD card, and I will show you the both ways to do it. So talking about the SD loader, the case is very tight. There is the space here, and for me it's very difficult to put the SD card and to take off after, because there's a little space here that seems that the SD card seems stuck. So to fix that, I need to open the case to get the SD card easily. So you need to do this very carefully, not to touch the board. So here's the board, and also now you can put the SD card. So about the SD card, I have a 512 megabytes card. It will serve the purpose just to copy the saves. I also tried a 8 gigabytes SD card. It does work too. And I tried a 64 gigabytes card. So the 64 and doesn't work. It would give you a SD init error. So you just plug it in. Wait for the click. And now I'll show you how to format the card and how to initialize on Saturn. Now I'm back on my PC. I have the SD card here. I'm using a USB adapter. So I will format this SD card using Rufus. Right here. I will choose the SD card, and boot selection. I will choose the new bootable option. Also, you can name it here. I will just type Saturn backup, and file system you choose FAT32. Also, in cluster size you can choose this one and hit start. It's done. So I have here my SD card renamed with these two files. You can delete them, and then you can eject the SD card from your computer and proceed to Saturn. So back here in Saturn, first thing I'm going to put the Sega Saturn cartridge. Okay. The second thing is to put the SD loader on the second player, second controller port. Also, it does only work on the second. second player port is already with the SD card here. Then I turn it on the Saturn. I'm waiting for the Pseudo Saturn KAI to load. And now you can put the CD. You just wait and it's done. Now back here in the center, I have this save here on my system memory, the virtual flight mix. So I will insert the Pseudo Saturn KAI and the CD for the SD loader. So now in Pseudo Saturn KAI, I will start the game or the application. Okay, and now you have some options here. First, you can load the injector binary. Just if you're starting to programming a file for Sega Saturn or something like that. The second option is to backup internal battery back and run to the SD. So you do a backup of your saves of your internal battery. That's one I'm gonna do that. So you press start here, just saving, and now you can back to the bin selection. The third option is to restore the saves from the SD to the internal battery. So first I will reboot my Sega Saturn. I will go to the memory manager. And then I will remove my virtual flight mix save. Just like that. Or you can also clear the system memory. Now I'm going to reboot again. Then I'm going to start the application again. And then now I can try to restore the saves from the SD card. You see, you can choose the file. Press start. You're waiting for. Now I'm going to reboot again Saturn to see if that works. Now I am going back to my system memory. There it is. There is the save. So the save is stored in the SD card. You can easily backup from your internal battery to your SD card and copy from your SD card to your internal battery. Now I'm going to reboot again. going to start Seudo Saturn KAI. And now there's another option that you press L or R, and you can backup your home card to the SD card. So I think you can backup the Pseudo Saturn KAI files to your SD card. That's what I'm gonna do right now. Press start, saving. Okay. Now I'm going to turn it off my Saturn and put the SD card on my PC. Now getting back to my PC, I do have the SD card plugged here. Also, you can see that there's two files. There is the backup ran save, which is your saves right here, and there is the ROM bin, which is the I think is the Pseudo Saturn KAI file here. So now you have your saves here, right here. At the moment, I don't think there's a way to edit this, the save, or to export to an emulator or something like that. I hope someone made a program to do things like that. And there it is. There is the functionality of the SD loader. Alternatively, you can also load the SD loader program on your SAROO. What you need to do is first you plug in your SAROO SD card. Second, you need to create a folder called bin in all uppercase, I think. And in second place, you need to drop this file sdloader bin in this folder bin called bin. I will leave the download for the sdloader bin on the description. And then you head back to your Saturn. Back again on Saturn, I will turn it on. I'm going to my memory manager. I'm going to exclude the save. Or you can also clear. And then I will now go to SAROO. There is the SAROO. Now you're going to have to go to the for option with the loading binary, something like that, and you just load the SD loader bin. Now we have our program here, and we can do the exact thing that we have done on the CD. For my case, I'm going to restore the save from the SD card. Now I have two files to choose. It's the save and the ROM. I'm going to choose the save. Press start, and then we restored. Now I'm going to reboot the Saturn again. And then on my system memory, there is the save again. So it works on CD with the Pseudo Saturn KAI or your unlocked Saturn to read burned discs, and also does work with the SAROO card.